Hi, this is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop, and we're back today working on the pipe vise. Let me zoom you out just a bit there. So we're going to do some prep work today. I had another long day. I want to move forward. So here's this is the bottom part of the lead screw here. And it's roughly 725. Do you see that, or is it glary? 725. So I found a bolt. It's a 1/2 inch bolt. This is almost 750 across the flats, 745. So once we turn the edges off this and turn it down just a bit, we can make that this size because this is bigger. Now the head depth is off a bit, but that's no big deal. It just means there'll be a little bit of in play, or I might put a spacer underneath there because remember, this sits on top of the jaws. So then this length bolt also has the smooth part. We'll have to turn that down to meet this diameter here. Because as you recall, this bolt, the smooth part of this pin captures that, and that's what holds it in there, but still lets it spin. So I want to use the big lathe for that. I've honestly never used the big lathe yet. I need to do a little bit of setup tonight, and hopefully I'll have that ready tomorrow. Got some work on the jaws here. Now I noticed when I drove it back, see these two holes right here? Line with these holes, there was nothing retaining this jaw. Whatever bolts or pins were in there were broken. So let this sit overnight. Sprayed it with my favorite penetrating gel. And hopefully we get these jaws out. Again, I'm using a soft copper hammer. I don't know how it picks up through the video. But yeah, it's sliding nice. So we need to go down some more. Let me get a drift. Okay. So I got a soft drift. See if it's free enough I can get it out like this. Let's see here. Let's take Mr. Brush. There we go. And let's see. What other random thing is floating around the bench? The flat handle is this all. Gonna be tall enough? Might be. Still not quite there. Okay, moving really easily. Let me get that pushed down and I'll bring you back. Okay, I should have even bothered pausing the video. It was so loose, I was just able to push it down. So now the holes line up. And for now, I'll just throw some standard hex head bolts in there. I'm not super big on making sure this has square head bolts. I do have some square hole bolts, so maybe I'll go through and find them. Or maybe I'll make some. So that part's good, except for we'll obviously clean it up. So with our pocket down there now, You see that even this original piece sits a little bit below there. So we'll match that. There's already a round pocket underneath it. Now that I push that down in there, I'm not going to be able to get it out. So we'll just put a washer down there to make up our difference. Okay, so that's ready to go, except for being wire brushed and cleaned up. Turn that guy in the lathe. So now, I'm going to get the screw out of here. I think what I'm going to do is move the camera as much as possible. Lay this guy down. Spray it with a little bit of lubrication. Good enough. I want to use a pinch bolt and a vise to hold this guy, to drill the hole in it. If I turn it in the lathe, I have to take this handle off, which wouldn't be, you know, just have to grind the rivet off, repeen it, which isn't a big deal. I like to do it in the drill press by just coming up to a hard part there, or else it's not threaded all the way. No, I can see the end of the tapered threads. These. I don't see anything to be keeping it in there. Don't want to force it. Now it's jammed in there. Okay, let me take a closer look at that and I'll bring you back. Okay, let's get the lead screw out. Just the end thread was a little buggered up. So, I've got the top part and all that sitting in evaporest, which, by the way, when I finished the evaporest, I put this in there like 2 weeks ago and totally forgot it was in there. And, yeah. Doesn't seem to have any detrimental effects on it. It does look a little darker than it was, but that'll probably, I'll spray that and clean up. That'll clean right up. So, yeah, that's the thing about having containers of evaporust is you forget you put stuff in there sometimes. Now, I'm not sponsored by evaporust, so I don't have a big, huge container of it I can put something this big in. So I'm going to go ahead and wire wheel that, because I have a normal human's amount of evaporust. I have like 4 or 5, probably 4 gallons of it. So, yeah. So the plan is when I get the lathe set up, or the drill press, we'll see. See this little nubbin where that was? It's actually broken such a way, there's almost like a perfect circle in there as a guide. So we're going to drill that, and I'm not going to thread it that deep probably, because there's no need to. It's just downward clamping force on the pipe. So drill and tap that after I turn this, and we'll just, you know, it'll be like, you know, like that when we're done, but everything will be round. So that's the plan. I got everything disassembled, getting cleaned up and ready. I gotta do some wiring work to get the lathe going. The lathe itself is going, but I've been adding some 220 outlets. And I have one bare run of wire I need to cap off the leads, or actually I'll just finish the outlet tonight. And then find some tools and we'll use that lathe. At least that's the plan. Well, we'll definitely use the lathe for this. So. Okay, not the most exciting video, but that's what I did today in the shop. This is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.